The reason why I decided to do this topic tonight, man, is there's a couple of guys, man, that have been asking me questions about problems they've been having with putting women on ice. You know what I'm saying? They've been using the technique, but it hasn't been working for them properly. You know what I'm saying? And I say to these guys, man, there is something wrong with the reason or the way you're implementing this practice. I won't even call it a technique because it rarely works in the dating game. If you're actively playing the dating game, it rarely works in the dating game. And I give you the one circumstance where it is more likely to work in the dating game. But this is not a dating game thing. This is how you deal with a woman who is already got a position in your life. Whatever that position is, it may not be the highest position. She may not be your old lady. She may not be your woman. May not be your girlfriend, but she has a steady, consistent position in your life. This is how you deal with your woman. Not some woman you just randomly dating.
Chuck Diesel.
So you got to understand, man, that the first thing you have to understand about putting a woman on ice is this, man. You don't do this as a corrective measure. You don't put a woman on ice to make her act right. That's not the reason you putting her on ice. And I know a lot of men think that is, and that's your first mistake. If you think you're going to make a woman act right by putting her on ice, man, that's not why you do this. Because you frankly don't give a damn if a woman acts right or not. You're not trying to get her to act right. You're just letting her know that you ain't finna deal with what she doing. You don't care if she keeps doing it. If she keeps doing it, then she could just be on ice forever. See, the problem is a lot of men want to correct a woman's behavior. Let me tell y'all something, man. If you got to correct a broad behavior, man, then she don't need to be on your team, because there's some man out there that'd be perfectly okay with her behavior. That's why I'm so picky, man, so peculiar, so particular. Because I don't have to deal with any of that. Man, I'm not finna raise no grown woman, bro. If she out there doing things she ain't got that I don't agree with, and I can't even say things she has no business doing. She can do whatever she want to do. But what she's gonna have to learn very quickly is if she's gonna be on my team, then she gonna have to rein that stuff in on her own. I'm not enforcing anything. I look at it and I say, okay, this is what you want to do. Okay, you got to be gone. And with me, I'm at such an advanced level that I don't even tell a woman I'm finna put on ice. That's another thing. If you tell a woman you finna put on ice, man, they're going, I think we need some space. You sound like a broad. Just let her figure out that, damn, it's been 3 days since I talked to him. He ain't answer me. He don't text me back. Now, here's another thing. You got to keep in mind that if the woman don't even care, you can't put her on ice. You got to at least have the woman tight enough. She got to be gone on you enough to care if she don't talk to you. Let me tell you, let me give you 3 signs to let you know that you don't have this type of power over a woman and this type of power to do this in her life. You have to have the power of influence in a woman's life. If every time you talk to her or communicate with her, it's because you reached out to her, you don't have that kind of power in her life. So if ice isn't working for you, it's because one of 2 things. Either you done got your feelings caught up with the broad, or you feel for her in a different way than she feels for you, or you view her in a different way than she views you. Everybody can't just do ice, man. You can't just take this and say, okay, I'm going to put a woman on ice because Dr. BOA says it works. It works. But it only works for alphas, man. It only works if you're in an alpha position with a woman, man. If you're in a position of power with a woman. If a woman really wants you, a woman has to really want you for ice to work. A lot of times you don't even know until you put a woman on ice that she don't care. But this is the thing. You shouldn't care if she don't care, because you're not putting her on ice to whip her into shape so you can keep her. You're putting her on ice because the way she is right now, you don't need her and you don't want her. And so you put her on ice. Never argue with a woman. Just put her on ice. Never let a woman pull you into that state of emotionality. You know, that's not what's up. See, this is what you have to understand, man. You have to keep in mind this. You don't do this for emotional reasons. You don't put a woman on ice because she hurt your damn feelings. First of all, if a woman can hurt your feelings, you're not in a position to put her on ice. She's actually in a position to put you on ice. And this is what happens. If you're not in a position to put her on ice, she'll turn around and flip the script and put you on ice. You know why? Because if you're not in a position to put her on ice, you're not going to be able to hold your guard. Anything less than 3 to 5 days is not ice. I say 5 days. I'm not doing less than 5 days ice. If I put a woman on ice, it's going to be 5 days before she hear from me, talk to me, and to make sure of that, I'm going to block on everything. When I go ice, I go icy. I'm talking about icy. You can either go icy or you can go icy hot. When you go icy hot, man, you put on ice, man, you supposed to be put on ice for 3 days, man, you call her the next day. If you put a woman on ice and you call her the next day, she automatically knows you're a beta male simp mangina. It's over. It's over. You lost that. Even if you keep dealing with her, she already know who she's dealing with because you've shown her who you're dealing with. Never let a woman feel like you can't do without her, especially in the beginning when you just met her, man. Don't make no sense. Never let a woman do that. And I'll tell you another thing, man. A lot of men who say that they put a woman on ice, they don't have the wherewithal to forget about her. Like, you're not putting her on ice to play a game. This is not game. This is the way you deal with everyone in your life. We just happen to be talking about women right now. This is for everyone. But if you're going to talk about women, man, you have to absolutely be ready and prepared to put a woman on ice, bro. Nothing works better. Nothing works better than ice, man. This is how I want you to look at putting a woman on ice. Look at it as a permanent thing. What ice is really dropping the woman. See, let me tell y'all something, man. There are 10 levels of emotionality that a woman should go through if your ice is working effectively. And it doesn't take long to go through these different emotional phases. The first emotional phase that she goes through is innocence. I didn't even do nothing. You're not talking to me for nothing? What did I do? You're just making a big deal out of nothing. You won't even talk to me about it. You won't even talk to me about it. You treat me like I did something. I ain't do anything. I'm a good woman. I'm a good one. I'm a good girl. I don't do nothing. What do? Nothing. Don't even respond. It's probably going to come in the voicemail because you got a block and she can't text you. Now, I'm going to tell you the coldest way. What I do now is I don't even block them. I see everything and hear everything and just don't respond. Because let me tell you what you got to do. Now, if you're going to get in your feelings when you hear the things she's saying, don't do this. You got to be completely in control of your emotions. But I listen to all the stuff. As I go through these phases, I'm going to tell you some of the things that are said. And I'm going to tell you this is more ammunition that you have to make her work even harder if you decide to let her stay on the team. If you decide to let her stay on the team. Now, the innocence. She ain't did nothing. Why you putting her on ice? You making a big deal out of nothing. You all in your feelings. That's the one that might get you. If you ain't on top of your emotions, the one that might make you feel like responding is that you all in your feelings. You being emotional like a woman. I thought I was the woman. You're going to hear all kind of things where she trying to pull you back into talking to her. But you got to stand your ground, homie. Ice only works if you keep the freezer closed. If you want to freeze some in your freezer, put it in the freezer, but leave the door open and see how well that goes. Put it in the freezer and unplug the refrigerator and see how well it goes, man. The second one is this. Manipulation accusations. You're so manipulative. You try to control me. You try to manipulate me into doing what you want me to do. You're a manipulator. That's all you are. You want me to be a robot. You try to manipulate me into being a robot. The third phase is I can get any man I want. I can get any man I want. Man always chase me. Man always in my face. Man always trying to get with me. When I go outside, I turn heads every time I go around. I turn heads every time I go into a place. Everybody want me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want me. See? Everybody want me. You sit here acting like this with me, I can get any man I want. Then she's trying to come to her senses a little bit. Like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. All the while she's saying these things, she's still wondering if you're going to ever talk to her again. Because she's trying to get you to respond to her. Then the next one is, I don't care if you don't call me. Who are you? You know how fine I am? You know how much I got going for myself? I'm a catch. I'm a quality woman. I'm a catch. Now, a lot of these things, she's only telling herself this because you're even dealing with her and knowing what kind of man you are. She just knows that she's a higher quality woman than the average woman. So she's spewing this stuff back to you, but she's saying this to remind you of who she is, hoping that if she reminds you of the quote unquote quality woman she is, that you'll give in and talk to her. But you know what? You got to stick to it, man. You got to keep rolling, because this is the thing. When you put a woman on ice, you have the mindset that you have no intention on dealing with her again. You have no intention on, and this is the thing. If while you got on ice, she stopped communicating with you, okay, it's done. You never call a woman back after you put her on ice. That's beta male, simp man, Johnny activity. That means your ass is worried and you hope you didn't wait too long to keep the woman. If you feel like that about a woman, you don't need to try this. This ain't for everybody, man. This is for a man who don't care at all about losing a woman, bro. At all. The fifth stage is, how you gonna treat me different now? I thought we were blah, blah. I thought we had something. I thought we were building something. I thought you told me that you really like me and blah, blah, blah. You told me I got good head on my shoulder. She go to running down the list of things that you told her. Some of the things you ain't even tell her. She just assumed you felt that way, man. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have just told her something to gas her up or stroke her feminine ego a little bit in order to get her to respond in a particular way to something that you wanted her to do. You never know why you said it or what you said. Because the thing is, she remember what you said about it. You don't. So she'll throw that at you trying, well, you know, how you gonna treat me different now? You call me this and you know, you say blah, blah, blah and you know, and I got used to talking to you and how you gonna take that away from me? You just low down, you don't care about nobody but yourself, which is true. And you selfish, which is true. You don't care nothing about my feelings, which is true, but she wants you to respond to those things. She wants you to respond to those things. And as a man, as an alpha man, you just can't respond to it, bro. You can't. You have no intention on responding to her because you don't talk to her anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk to her anymore. And listen, the way I'm running this down, it sounds like game, but it's not game. I'm just telling you the responses that you can hope to have. You know, these are just the responses you can hope to have. Now, sixth one is denial. Now, denial is the one that gonna get you if you're a sucker. If you really, really like the woman and you don't want to lose her, which I don't understand why any man would even have that mindset about you don't want to lose a woman. You can't lose a woman. Same way you can't own a woman. You can only own a woman in her mind. You can't technically own a woman. Her mind has to buy into your ownership. If her mind doesn't buy into your ownership, you could think you own whatever you want to own. The very moment her mind stop buying into your ownership, she gone. So when I talk about owning a woman, man, I be talking about owning her thoughts, owning her mind. You know what I'm saying? You got to own the investment of her mind, her mental investment, her emotional investment. You have to own that, but you can only own that if she believes and understands that you own it. The very moment you switch up and go beta, man, you out of there. So denial. You can't leave me alone. You know you can't leave me alone. Especially, man, especially if she got that work. You know what I'm saying? If she got that work under her skirt, man, oh, man, she going to tell you for sure you can't leave her alone. And if you're a sucker and you soft and you sweet on the brow, then, yeah, man, you going to go for that. And you going to end up calling her back, bro. You're going to end up thinking about the loss that you can't even take. Ain't no such thing as losing a woman, man. Got this iced coffee here, man.